happy Saturday. Let's see. If you are watching this now, no one's on, so you're watching on replay. So let me know if you're watching so I know if I should do these or not, if anybody's on there. So maybe you could put replay or just type a 1 on, type a 1 in there if you're watching on replay so I know, or say hi. So a couple things. Okay. Today is Saturday, lots of prom happenings going on, and I'm doing some prom makeup this afternoon in about a half hour. So I'm gonna kind of practice the eye look I'm gonna do on her. She's wearing like a blush color dress, so I'm gonna do some browns and pinks, and then nothing too dramatic to kind of keep it really neutral and soft, and plus she's in high school. So I'm gonna do that, and then I posted before about that Pura Vida bracelet, and my magic little godmother, Emmy, she said, oh, you know, you better hold off on getting it, and she got it for me. So the mail just came, and they're just as pretty as they are online. So pretty. Thank you, Rosebud. I don't know if you guys have seen this company, but I know they employ a lot of children with or adults with disabilities. So that's another reason to support it. And then they're just really happy and bright and cheery. This is my favorite with the little lotus flower. This is what caught my eye. All right, so that's that. Thank you, Em. All right, so today I'm gonna do the eye look for, I'm gonna do the eye look for the prom person, and then I'm just gonna do like a quick, hi Anda, I'm gonna do a quick highlight and contour on my face. So I was saying that I'm gonna do some prom makeup, and I'm practicing that, because that's in about a half hour, not prom for me, prom for one of the girls who watches Josh. She and her boyfriend watch Josh, and it's pretty darn cute. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with my, I'm gonna start with contour first. So people say, how do I do it? What's right or wrong? And there's no right or wrong. You just kind of do what you're feeling. And once you have the products, you can kind of decide what works for you. So sometimes it's nice to start with a contour because you can really see where it's going. So contour is any place there's already a shadow. So if you look at my face, you can see a shadow here, up here, down here. So I'll start there. And then, so the whole theory is, instead of taking one kind of medium brown shade and putting it all over your face and making everything the same color, you put a lighter, brighter color where it's already light, so you can see where I'm light and where I'm dark, and then you put a darker color where you're dark. So the two colors together, your darker shades and your lighter shades, make up your foundation, and that's the gist of it. And it's a cream-based foundation, not super heavy at all. I mean, it could be, of course, if you slather it on, but that's not the gist, and you don't want to slather it on. You want it to really melt into your skin. You know you've got the right color when you can't see the makeup, and it just kind of becomes part of your skin. All right, so I'm gonna use the 30-second hack brush today. I'm gonna use, I'll use this today. It's kind of a flat end. I'm gonna use the side of the brush. I use an olive contour, so I'm just doing one side of the brush to kind of make it a line. So I have it on there. I'm gonna pull my hair back. There, do you see that line? So it's okay to look really crazy at first. If you're looking crazy as you're doing it right. And it does look crazy. So you don't want to go, so if you think about where your pupil is, you don't want to go past your pupil, because then it might be like mustachy. So it's where that natural line is. And then you can start to blend a little bit right now if you want. So when you blend, you think about blending up. So I'm just going to take this and go up in an upward motion. And again, it's still gonna look really dark, and that's okay, because we're gonna soften everything up at the end. All right, that's okay for now. And then again, I have a mile-high forehead, which is fine. I like my forehead, but it means I can put a thicker band of contour on my forehead than if I had a really petite little forehead. Actually, my face is small, so I'm thinking about like my forehead is probably like third of my face. So up there, and that just, again, it brings your attention more to this zone rather than sky up at your eyes. You can put a little here, and then pull that down. So this is just like the slightest bit on my brush right now. So more went there. And kind of do the sides of your nose too. And then you can think about the contour in the shape of a 3. So you're kind of up here at the band, right there, and then right there. All right. Okay, so next I'll do the highlight. And today I thought, I'm just trying to give you guys different options because we're all so different. And then that's what's good about this makeup is you can really customize your palette for just the colors that you need. So if you have purple under your eyes, you might use a different color than if you just have really dark circles under your eyes. And I've been playing around with a couple of different colors under my eyes. Sunlit, which is a really yellow base color, which is good for some of the red scars. And there's also a lighter highlight color. So I was gonna do 2 different eyes and see if we can tell the difference. All right, so this is the yellow. I'll do the yellow over here. Anytime you're using, no matter what makeup you're using, when you're concealing your under eyes, you don't just want to go here. You want to bring it down into a point. So this will be the yellow, and I got too much on. And you'll see how it just automatically brightens. Okay, so that's the yellow. While I have it on the yellow, I'm going to do some of my scars. My redness. Hi, Laurel. Laurel, hi. Are you in town still, Laurel, or are you home? And this color is not Sunlit. This is a really light highlight color. If you were pretty fair, I'm gonna try that color under this eye. So it's not as yellow based. It's light, but not yellow. And this, I guess, would never be good for my whole face. I'm just gonna using it here. Can you guys tell a difference? I'll keep on going and kind of go from there. So that's the under eye brightening, which really, who doesn't want, right? And you can kind of put the highlighter on your eyes too, kind of give them a little bit of a brightness. All right, so now I'll do my normal highlight color, which is June. I'm kind of, I've noticed a lot of people with olive skin, like lighter olive skin, are wearing this, and I'm starting to kind of shade into a different color called amber as I get some sun. So again, you kind of want to take that highlight color where there's already light. So right here is where you kind of want some lightness. You can sweep back under your eye. And if you're thinking I'm looking kind of light, it's okay. And that's good, because you want to, right now, because we're just doing the light colors, and then it'll kind of all pull together at the end. And I can kind of do a line right, can you see that? Kind of to make that contour line even sharper. All right, so Laurel is on here, and Laurel, I posted a picture of when I was with my yoga crew, who I just adore, and I'm so lucky that they include me in things. And I don't know if anybody saw that picture. I'm gonna say the average age of that group, probably, I don't know, 65. I don't wanna age anybody, but I know there are several mid-70-year-olds in that picture who look so amazing, and but who cares about how they look? Their hearts are what's golden and the best about them. But really, I mean, it is just a love fest, and I'm really lucky to be part of the group. But anyhow, I'm just gonna keep talking while I'm doing this. So that was the highlighter, and I will go back and blend it. Are you guys seeing me okay? Let's see. That was better. Now I'll go in with some blush. So anyhow, I kind of got sidetracked. So I saw some of the ladies that I haven't seen in a while, and they said, I'm gonna use the Perfector sponge. They said, oh, I've seen you on Facebook, and I like your videos, and it's just kind of, I feel so silly because it just kind of feels silly a little bit to be on Facebook. And I was kind of telling them the story about how when I fell in love with the makeup, and I wanted to sell it because there's nothing else like it around, and it's really creative, and so I wanted to do it. And then I thought, okay, and I told the lady, I said, well, that's fine, I would like to sell it, but I'm not really on Facebook, and I'm not gonna be on Facebook. And she said, that's fine, you do it however you do it however you want to do it. So I said, fine, that's great. So I started, I'm going to put the blush right on the apples of my cheeks and work up. So I started selling it, and then started meeting all the ladies who I work with who are just across the country and who are phenomenal. We also have this little Down syndrome little vibe too, because a lot of the moms are moms of Down, not all, but many have children with disabilities, so that's kind of nice too. But anyhow, and I started meeting the ladies and falling in love with them, and then I started loving how creative I could be. So you can take pictures and you can be creative with your writing, creative with the pictures you take, and just started seeing how happy it made people feel, the makeup, which again, at first I thought that's so vain, or not for them, but do I really want to spend my time on makeup, right? But then like it really, seeing how happy it made people when they really feel good, I was like, okay, this reminds me of kind of teaching yoga. And then I kind of really started to fall in love with it. And then, so here's I'm going back to my blush, and I'll show you some bronzer too. We have a new Bella bronzer. So I started to fall in love with it, and then I thought, if I am gonna really do this, because I felt like a fire about it, if I'm really gonna do this, I have to put myself out there a little bit. And so that's kind of been this process. But when I felt like really energized by it, I thought, okay, why do I feel so, again, like excited to do this? Because it is makeup. But then I thought, you know, I love being a speech therapist, love it so much, but they're people's children, and so I want to do my best for them, and you really want to give it your all. And then of course I work with Josh here, and so this felt really good to work with some adults for a change, and then to do makeup, because it's makeup, you know, it's not someone's child, and it's really light, and it's airy, and it's refreshing. And then so that's when I decided I want to do more of this. Sorry, I want to do more of this. So that's why I said, okay, I'm going to be on Facebook. And then I got, you know, all this stuff, and my husband is like, what are you doing? Who are you? Because I'm never public. I'm pretty private. Like if you're with me one-on-one, I will tell you any story or anything about me. But if I get into a big room, I get the heebie-jeebies, and I cling to the only person that I know, or say really awkward things, or forget people's names who I've known for many, many, many years. So that's hard. So anyhow, but it's okay. My like very best friends, I said, will you love me no matter what? And they said yes, which I knew. I'm teasing, but I just knew that it's okay if you know, this isn't for everybody, but it's good for me. And yeah, you can look away if you don't like it. Okay, so this is the illuminator. This is in Pearl. I have Pearl. I'm kind of falling in love with Honey, which I'll show you. I put it on someone this morning, and it was gorgeous. So there's the Honey. They just give, I'm going to put it on this side, they just give a touch of color. I'm definitely doing rose gold on the girl who's coming over tonight because she has a blush dress. Okay, so you can put the highlighter there, here, just like a little bit of pop of light, and then in the creases of your eyes. You can kind of see that lightness. And I didn't talk about the bronzer that much, but it is available by itself after Mother's Day. Everything, it's $14. Everything is $14 except a powder, which is $16. So it's really nice to, when you're thinking about price and adding up, and it's free shipping, so it's okay to just get one thing at a time or to add a color to your collection. But again, here's the bronzer, and I feel like you could use it for years because I barely touch the brush to it. And again, the bronzer goes in different places than a contour. So a contour, I know this is getting long, so no hurt feelings if anybody jumps off. A contour, again, where the shadows are, and a bronzer is where the sun hits you. So think about, it might get you on your nose a little bit, on your chin, on your forehead, right there. And just kind of warms everything up. I'm really liking it. So I did the bronzer. Another thing why I'm just taking my time here is eyebrows. Okay, I am by no means an eyebrow expert. Absolutely not. In fact, Ember in college, Beth and Nikki, my roommates, told me I had to pluck my eyebrows. I think I plucked this side, but I never plucked the other parts. So they had a little eyebrow intervention with me, and told me about plucking my eyebrows. So I have ever since, but I've never really been good, and I've only had my eyebrows waxed maybe once or twice in my life. But I do know this. Okay, I've talked about these Tinkle razors before, and they're really good for eyebrows. And the more faces I've seen with just like doing the T-zone with the facials and the makeup, people could really get a little more room in their eye if they would just take off a little bit of that underside. And I don't think mine are perfect by any means or even right, but I think I'm better at looking at other people than myself for sure. But you can see they'll have like these little pieces underneath, not just one or two, but kind of, you know, a decent amount. And you could just take off the slightest bit of eyebrow right there, and then you take the illuminator, and then right where you would take it off right there, you kind of pop the lightness in right there, and then all of a sudden it's like their eye just opened up and got bigger. So I don't know, just something to think about, especially I think like my mom's generation on probably don't do that. Maybe they do, I don't know. But this is so great for that because of the angle. There's the very first piece of the razor is longer, and you can really just kind of get in there and like do the arch. So the Tinkle razor, I think like 3 for $4 on Amazon. Eli has sawed things with mine, so I've had to get more, but it's good because they're cheap, but you know, obviously not good for kids to have. All right, so that's eyebrows. Okay, about kind of shaping them up. Okay, so back to eyes. So I mentioned she has a blush colored dress, so I'm gonna go in first with a base, like a pink color base, and I'll also use, so again, I am not joking when I say yes, I love makeup, but I am not a product person, but somebody showed me this primer, and it's a Target brand or Walgreens. It was $4, I think, at Target. There was a Cartwheel coupon, and so for $4 I thought I would try it, but it helps the eyeshadow stay, and so I'm definitely going to use it because she's going to prom. So you just, for this one, it's a little tacky, so you just want to put it on your lower lid, because if you put it on your whole lid, you can't blend the shadow, so you don't want like a big clump of color towards, you know, your brow. It says glitter primer, which scared me at first. There's no glitter in it. Hi, Nancy. I'm practicing some prom makeup for somebody who's coming over in a half hour. And Josh is snoozing, so this is getting long. And I was talking about eyebrows. All right, so I'm gonna go again with a really soft pink color. It's called Mama. It's probably a favorite of a lot of people. Thanks, Nancy, because you can blend. It's a good blending color, and it's matte. So as all my Old Bare Mineral stuff, everything was a sparkle, which I love. But now I feel like I have to like slightly pump the brakes on the shimmer. So this is nice. It's a matte. However, that being said, the person who I'm doing her eye makeup on, she's a teen, so I'm going to go with some glitter. Not glitter, but shimmer, I should say. Okay, so, where's that color? Okay, Stardust. This is super, super pretty. It's like, I'm going to call it like a grayish. It's like a beigey gray, and it has some shimmer. All right, if anybody's on here and they want to say, like, do you guys do the same eye makeup every single day, or do you mix it up? All right, so you can kind of see the difference that made. If you are, you know, want to wear a lot, if you want to wear some shimmers, wear the shimmer towards the middle of your eye and the matte colors off to the side, so you're not like super shimmery, unless you want to be, of course. But if you want to kind of tamper it down but still wear some shimmer colors, you could do it that way. All right, next gonna do some more shimmer for her. So pretty. This is called Bright Eyes, and it's a gold kind of copper color. All right, so I'll put it up there. And these just kind of, these tins just fit in. Okay, good. All right, so you can see I just put it right above the brow, and it has that shimmer, a little bit of a shimmer to it. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of a darker color. This is some prom makeup, so we'll amp it up a little bit. That's called Gilded. I don't know if you can see it. It's has a little bit more red in it than the color I just used. It's darker, almost like a rust. But I'm gonna use that for the darker color in the crease. So kind of like a little circle up, kind of creating that V. All right, if you guys, you can say hi if you're watching it. I like talking to people, or I'll just go off on random tangents. That's okay too. All right, can you guys see that? Kind of just like little circles. There's also like a little trick to it at the end I can show you if you get any eyeshadow anywhere else. All right, got a little crazy there. So now I'm just gonna blend it all with a lighter color called Sabrina. I could do Sabrina or Rome, neither would be good. And just take the fluffy side of the eyeshadow everything brush. Josh is taking a good nap. And then just kind of smooth it all together. Okay, and then I'll use, you can use, oh, you know what, I'll show you guys since Josh is still sleeping. Okay, so you can definitely use our brush. You see the N on that? So you can use it for brows or eyeliner. I will do a little bit of brows. Again, like I said, I'm not a brow expert, but I'll fill them in just a little bit. You can take the Stay Spray, which you do at the end, and spray it on your brush to kind of give it more of a precise look. And I'm just going to go in a color called Tress, which is a dark brown. And just maybe give them a little bit of a fill-in. It's kind of hard to do using the phone. And then take the little spoolie and brush them up. Even just brushing them, honestly, with this little thing gives them some help. And the same thing, I have the Stay Spray on this, and then I'll dip back into the color that we used before, that gilded color. I might mix it. It's kind of like, because everything is all out together, I like to just get creative and dip into several different colors at the same time, so I never can duplicate what I do, basically, which is how I cook too. Like, how did you make that? I have no clue because I didn't follow the recipe, because I just mixed and matched. So it works out sometimes good and sometimes not good. All right, so I have the shadow right there, and I'll line the top of my eye. One tip, this is kind of, you'll probably know this, but you don't want to follow your eye all the way down here. You want to think about following the lower lash line. So when you get to the end, about right here, you want to take your brush, and this is an angled brush, so it's easy. You want to take your brush and start moving it up, because you don't want to take your eye down and have sad eyes. So you keep everything up. Cheeks up, eyes move up. And you can get that as precise as you want to. I like to kind of smudge it out. But I will show you this, yeah. Okay, well, I have a few more minutes. I'll show you this. So some people like to do their waterline, and if you don't know what that is, it is when you're putting eyeliner on the inside of your eyelid instead of the outside. So I'll show you. I can't decide if I like it or not, but some people like it, and so I want to know how to do it for people if they do. And I know you can see my eyeball, big. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so there is the water line. I like that it doesn't look all black up top because I don't have a lot of lid. So I don't want it to put a lot of dark color on my lid. And I think it might just depend on your eyes, but I don't know. I might like it for the right night. Okay, I'll do the other side. So yeah, I can tell a difference. Interesting. Ooh, that tickles. That's some serious business. So someone told me about this pencil. I think you do kind of have to, you can't go super cheap on a pencil that you're going to use on your water line, I think. Okay, so I won't belabor that too much. Okay, and then, so we're getting to the end. Okay, so some people like a dewy look, and it also depends on if you're oily or dry. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to set the makeup with a little bit of powder. This is the Vanilla Dust. And I'm not going to go crazy like I would like with a loose powder and just go all over. I'm going to just really press the powder into some places where I maybe have covered things up, or maybe where I might get oily, which I particularly don't, but some people might, where I want to look more matte, you know, and then less kind of have that dewy glow. So I'm just pressing the powder in, and you can put it exactly where you want it. So if I had something covered up, I can just press it there. And then Stay Spray. I'm gonna give it a shake. It's gonna be pretty wet. You can you see how wet that is? And then some eyeliner, and we will call it a day. I talked about a lot of different stuff. So if you guys have any questions about, oh man, the eyeliner's not here. If you have any questions, or about particular products or what I did, let me know. Just type it in the comments. I wish I had my best mascara for this event, but you get the gist. You can also, I use the eyeshadow Trust on my eyebrows, but you can also use the contour colors, and that works really well too. Same way the blush, I do have blush, okay. The blush colors also work on lips. Some blush colors are also good as an eyeshadow base, like the color Bare. It's really soft. That works as an eyeshadow base too. I'm gonna make myself just a touch brighter. And but there's one more thing I was gonna tell you. Oh, I know if that's what it's gonna do with the blush. I'm gonna put on some. This is Sandstone and Frenchie. And you can even take some of the illuminator. So it's just so fun to have all these little things together and just pop on whatever you're feeling, or just kind of get creative. And that's some rose gold. All right. Happy Saturday. Thank you for people who watched. I hope it wasn't too boring. Let me know if you have any questions. Have an awesome weekend. And hopefully we see the sun tomorrow in Cincinnati. See you guys.